Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
2 of every 3 hotel rooms unoccupied as tourism challenges continue in the Marianas.
Also tonight, the wife of a former president arrested and taken to the Department of Corrections, but not for very long.
And we take a look back at high-profile court case that will have you scratching your head.
In arts, it's 14 days to Christmas. A gift event with a local flavor is coming.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
This holiday, would you rather buy this TV or get one for free? For a limited time only, bring home a free 43-inch Samsung Smart TV when you sign up on Link with DTV Plus today. Just imagine your favorite movies, shows, and more, all in stunning quality on your brand new screen. Visit DocomoPacific.com or see us in store to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
I love Mariana's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Tee off with your buddies at Kingfisher Golf Links on the east coast of Saipan. It's the friendliest course on island with reasonable prices and ocean views that are truly spectacular. Local friendly, no fuss, just good times with a creative and challenging layout. It's the perfect spot for a round with friends or a fun family outing. Affordable, scenic, and seriously fun. Book your round today at 670-322-1100. Kingfisher, where golf meets the ocean and everyone feels right at home.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
There were 69 alcohol-related car crashes last year in the CNMI, all of which could have been prevented. We know that the holidays are a time for gathering with friends and loved ones, and that alcohol is normally involved. This year, we hope to decrease those numbers and that you will stay safe and vigilant while driving. When gathering, be responsible. If you will be drinking, plan ahead. Designate a sober driver and always wear your seatbelt. Don't let one poor choice ruin your holiday.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
Drive sober this holiday season.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on December 11th from our studio high up on Capitol Hill.
Police say a local woman bit her victim after stealing her purse and fled to a nearby poker parlor. Here's a story from Superior Court this afternoon.
36-year-old Jolani Katrina Cepeda Tenorio appeared in front of Judge Joseph Camacho this afternoon in Superior Court. Tenorio is charged with robbery, assault and battery, and disturbing the peace. Victim told police that Tenorio borrowed her cell phone, then refused to give it back, and then took her bag. Police say victim chased Tenorio from her establishment to the nearby Club 88 in an attempt to get her things back. Police say the victim was bit on both hands during the altercation. Tenorio was caught on surveillance footage from Club 88 and L&Q Market across the street. Bail set at $10,000, preliminary hearing set for December 18.
The Hotel Association reporting that close to 7 in 10 rooms were empty each night during the month of October.
Hanmi numbers released this week say they are reporting an average of just 31% occupancy for October 2024. That number is down 37% from a year ago, and a year ago the numbers were also not good. Average room rate this year, $119. That's also down. Hanmi chairman Dennis Seo says the Marianas is losing traction, not recovering, losing to destinations like Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines. Seo calls the situation dire.
The wife of a former president is arrested and detained after attempting to enter the Commonwealth at Saipan International. We are told Mrs. Krista Nafsad Torrebiong was flying in from Korea when she was stopped at the border.
Authorities were alerted to an arrest warrant that is active in the state of Texas. Ms. Torrebiong has been charged in the Lone Star State with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, firearms.
No ordinary tourist, Ms. Torrebiong is the former estranged wife of the former President of Palau, John Torrebiong, and is also the Republic's former Assistant Attorney General. She has had a very eventful year. In May 2024, Ms. Torrebiong filed a complaint against the current Palau president, Surangao Whips Jr., claiming that due to her marriage to the former president, she has been placed on an undesirable alien list, banning her from entering her legal residence in Palau. She is seeking monetary damages. Meanwhile, on November 14, 2024, Ms. Torrebiong represented herself during divorce proceedings from her husband here in Saipan Superior Court. She claims that her arrival on Saipan has nothing to do with evading Texas law, but is due solely to continuing divorce proceedings. DPS says after communications with Texas, the southern state has decided not to pursue extradition outside of the U.S., and Ms. Torrebiong has been released.
Not the first time a high-profile person has been stopped and arrested at our border. We are going to roll the tape tonight from 2008, shortly after the feds took over border security. Our Chris Nelson reports.
The year was 2008, and Kazuyoshi Miura came to Saipan on holiday, something he had done a number of times before. But 2008 was different, as the United States was now in charge of the border. Miura was wanted for murder in California and was apprehended when trying to leave Saipan for Japan. California wanted him, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was then the governor. The Terminator said, "We want him back. Let's get him in the chopper." It was a wild story of murder, hitmen, a Hollywood governor, and a throng of international press, one of the biggest court cases that the CNMI has ever seen. Here's more from Miura's first court appearance right here on Saipan.
60-year-old Kazuyoshi Miura appeared in Superior Court this afternoon. Behind him sat his wife. He does not yet have an attorney, although the public defender did sit next to him and could be appointed to represent him pending a review of Miura's finances. Miura is wanted in California for the murder of his first wife. She was shot in 1981, and authorities believe that he hired the killer. Miura was tried in Japan and found guilty, but a Japanese high court overturned the decision, and Miura has been free in Japan, but still wanted for murder in Los Angeles. Miura was here on vacation. He was arrested at the airport on his way back to Japan on Friday and spent the weekend in a Saipan jail cell. The story has touched off a media frenzy that was evident today. Miura has traveled here before without incident, but Attorney General Matt Gregory says his name was given to local authorities recently and a flag was put into the immigration system. It is not clear why he was arrested on his way out. and not on arrival.
ICE informed us in October and provided the arrest warrant to us to inform us to be on the lookout for this gentleman. And then he arrived in February.
Today, Judge Wiseman said no bail, at least at this time. Miura said he has no income himself and that his wife brings in about $30,000 per year. Chief Prosecutor Jeffrey Warfield told the judge Los Angeles police are on their way.
We spoke with them this morning. They were preparing extradition paperwork, and once that's done, they will be flying here to Saipan.
Gregory says he has not seen such a media frenzy on Saipan in quite some time.
It's been as far back as I can remember, maybe not since the Larry Hillblum case has there been this much interest in the CNMI case.
But in terms of what will happen to Miura, Gregory says it's standard procedure.
As far as we're concerned, it's just a matter of honoring the court in California that it issued this arrest warrant. And this is the same process for state to state, territory to territory.
Once LAPD arrive on island, Warfield says it'll be decided whether or not Miura will be taken back to California.
It can take just a few days. It could take maybe up to 60 days. A lot of it depends on, one, whether or not he agrees to go back to California. If he agrees, he could leave here by the end of the week, probably. If he decides to challenge extradition, it's a more drawn-out process. So it could take up to 45 to 60 days if he decides to challenge extradition.
The Miura saga dragged on in CNMI courts for many weeks. He was represented by local attorney Bruce Berline, who became somewhat of a celebrity in Japan.
Miura's second wife, not the one he was accused of killing, mind you, even opened up a business on Saipan, a clothing store on the Paseo de Marianas. I'm not making this stuff up.
Miura was eventually extradited to California after securing O.J. Simpson's attorney, Mark Garagos, as his lawyer. He committed suicide in jail shortly after his departure from Saipan.
Outgoing President Joe Biden is sending $1 million to the NMI through the America the Beautiful Challenge.
This award has been made possible through the U.S. Department of the Interior's National Fish and Wildlife Service for building capacity for inter-island resilience in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. The governor states, quote, "This grant not only allows us to restore critical ecosystems, but also empowers us to do so by embracing the knowledge and traditions of our indigenous people," unquote. America the Beautiful was launched by President Biden in 2021 with the goal of conserving at least 30% of U.S. lands and waters by 2030. To that end, $122 million has been allocated to support conservation projects across 42 states, 19 tribal nations, and 3 U.S. territories. Grants support projects to conserve and restore wildlife habitats and ecosystems, as well as advancing environmental justice goals. Governor Palacios says that the project has 4 primary outcomes that focus on the restoration of native medicinal plants, community engagement, and promotion of ecotourism within the Marianas Archipelago. The grant is expected to commence by March 2025.
Coming up, your favorite news segment, Welcome to Saipan.
And the Air Force Brass Quintet serenades us with the holiday spirit. Stick around. You don't want to miss this.
Domestic violence, sexual violence, and other forms of violence can happen to anyone. It does not discriminate. If you or someone you know would like to know more, please call CARADOT's Victim Hotline at 670-234-5100. It is safe and confidential. We can help with advocacy and counseling, safety planning, access to shelter for those fleeing intimate partner violence, and referrals to other resources. CARE Victim Hotline 670-234-5100. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are here when you are ready.
A new international brand is coming soon, but why wait? Escape to paradise today at Mariana's Beach Resort on Saipan. For just $99 for two, enjoy an ocean view room with stunning views of the crystal clear waters. Relax by the swimming pools, dip your toes in the sand, and unwind with exclusive offers on breakfast and happy hour. Whether you're here for romance or relaxation, Mariana's Beach Resort is the perfect getaway. Special rates are for NMI and Guam residents. Some restrictions apply, but not many. Call 670-234-1234 and book your escape today.
How was court today? Busy?
It was okay. Yeah, I think because it was in the afternoon, it was kind of, I got there on time.
Good.
That's all that matters. And I didn't fall down the stairs.
The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm on the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
This holiday season, get your goods here with care and attention using Micronesian Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. So you do the shopping and we'll do the shipping. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals quickly and cost effectively. Operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it.
Welcome back.
Traveling for business or pleasure? Visiting or coming home? Either way, we say welcome to Saipan.
We take to Saipan International, where families reunite and meet a little one for the first time. More people trickle in and come through the well-known automatic double doors. Jasmine Umbe has been to Guam many times. This time she arrives home from a quick weekend trip.
Honestly, one of the things that I like about Guam is really how well their economy is really doing. Really, and also like the views there, the buildings, it's so much bigger. There's so much places to visit out there.
Although each island has positive attributes, this is what she says sets us apart.
The people here are much more nicer. They're more welcoming, and it's just so simple here. Actually, over there it's a little bit more fast-paced. There's a little more traffic out there, but out here it's more simple. It's slow, and it's just really a peaceful life out here.
Anna Manibusan is originally from Saipan and has been an accountant/auditor at Berger Comer & Associates in Guam for 5 years now.
Any accounting and auditing work is stressful, but I get to meet a lot of people and learn about different types of industries and businesses. So I get to travel. It brings me back home. So that's a plus.
Comparing the two islands, this is what stands out for her.
Well, how do I say it? The tempo of Saipan is a little bit slower. The food is better. The air is cleaner. The streets are a little bit cleaner. The beaches are cleaner. Yes.
As Manibusan is in for a business trip, June Coleman comes back from one. He's returning from the Aloha State after meeting with the Pacific Islands Ocean Observing System about the company's presence in the Pacific.
Most of the wave buoys that are located around our islands here in the CNMI as well as throughout the Pacific are are put out there by Pacios. It's a part of the NOAA, monitoring weather, waves.
Outside of work, he was able to visit family and is ultimately happy to be back. He leaves us with a reminder.
Continue to appreciate the beauty of the islands and help to take better care of it. Learn more about our culture and seafaring traditions. It's an important part of our history.
Welcome back, welcome home, welcome to Saipan.
In December, the Marianas cools down a few degrees and officials hoping that tourism heats up. We talked to some visitors about what they like and what they don't.
As winter months create cold weather, tourists escape for a little bit to come visit our shores. Ryuto and Risako from Tokyo, Japan are visiting Saipan for the first time. They adventure up north to snorkel at the famous Blue Cave of the Grotto dive site. They explore what's beneath the surface and check out what's on the land. They visit Bird Island, Suicide Cliff, and Wing Beach. The couple also went on a guided off-road adventure buggy ride. It's day 2 of their stay, and this is what they like so far.
海とあったかい、寒くないです。ご飯も美味しい。お肉が美味しい。ステーキ、ハンバーグ。あとは日本語みんな話せて。あ、確かに。コミュニケーション取りやすい。
The ocean, the warmth, meats like steak and hamburgers, and how many people are able to speak Japanese. Ryuto and Risako plan and look forward to visiting Manyagaha and availing to the marine sports activities in the coming days. Although we embrace all the highlights of our tropical island, we ask about the negatives to see how we can improve.
ちょっとお店が閉まってるところですね。確かに。あとはなんだろう。道がちょっと悪いところもある。ガタガタする。少し。
Ryuto explains how there's a lot of closed businesses, and Risako says there are areas of the road that are a bit bumpy. Overall, they seem to be having a good time because this is what they wanted to share about Saipan.
最高。楽しいね。
Saiko in Japanese means the best, and tanoshi means fun. Sakurako Halsid for KSPN2 News.
In this week's Your Humanities Half Hour, host Catherine Perry explores the Chamorro language as it relates to place names in the Northern Islands.
Professor Dr. Thomas Stoltz of the Linguistics Department from University of Bremen, Germany, initially became interested in the Mariana Islands when he was only 7 or 8 years old after noticing a stamp from his collection in the German colonial period that said Mariana.
From very many languages, we can see there are patterns. We can even predict this will happen first, and then as next, first they will borrow nouns, and then at the end, verbs. And sometimes in between also sounds and so on. So there is an interesting hierarchy and also chronology, and Chamorro is an important piece of evidence, also a kind of testing ground for these hypotheses about the chronology and so on. So that made Chamorro special because nobody else had studied it in depth before us.
Postdoctoral researcher Dr. Natalia Levkovich is interested in the contact linguistics perspective.
And Chamorro is very interesting for me from this perspective because Chamorro has been in contact and is still in contact with some languages like, for example, Spanish and English. And those languages influenced Chamorro in the way that some grammatical structures, but also some words came in Chamorro language and changed Chamorro language in a special way.
Tune in to hear more about it. Your Humanities Half Hour show airs on Thursday night at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 2.
Next up, 60 seconds of joy to the world from some visitors to our studio. The Air Force Band of the Pacific might be your best 60 seconds of the day. Listen up. Coming up in arts, Yogi Berra did not say when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping, but he could have. The Art Bazaar returns just in time for the holidays. Next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
We can't wait to welcome you back. Beginning October 16th, the doors of Miyako will reopen. Alongside the tranquil ocean and vibrant gardens inside the former Hyatt, Miyako will offer 2 weekday seatings for a special Japanese lunch buffet. Make your reservations Monday through Friday by calling 670-488-1000 and indulge in authentic dishes, including fresh, never frozen salmon and tuna. Make new memories at an old favorite. Make it special. Make it Miyako.
Motivation isn't always easy to come by. Thankfully, there's one place that continues to ignite my willpower. This one place provides me with the knowledge and support I need to grow, so I can continue to become a better version of myself. This is where I discovered my passion, where I achieved successes that made me proud. It's home. It's where I improved my performance, seeing the opportunity in every challenge. And when doubt creeps inside, and I think about giving up, I remember the heroes who've also called this place home. And just like them, I know that every last rep is always a beginning. No matter how hard it gets, nothing can stop me. I will always come back stronger, because I'm part of a legacy.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenos arts fans, it's not bizarre that an art bazaar will be held on a payday Friday, especially during the holiday season when local arts and crafts make the best gifts.
Layla Staffler, an artist herself, is hosting the Art Bazaar this Friday at the Multipurpose Center in Susupe. It's open all day from 9:30 a.m. until 6 p.m.
You can come in anytime, so I'm encouraging people who might be on their lunch break, if you can come down and check it out. We'll also be open until 6 p.m. I was really grateful that the office at the governor's office allowed us to extend until 6 p.m. to accommodate those people who wanted to come and check things out after working hours.
More than 24 vendors will be participating.
I have over 25 vendors, and they represent all kinds of different forms of art. We've got painters, we have jewelry artists, we also will have macrame, lots of crochet, flowers. We'll also have some food snacks like your favorite bishu that you all love to eat, the gummies with the salt, asiga. We'll also have local girl Lemonada there who make the best lemonade on island, honestly. And just a variety of different people who create things here in the Marianas.
This is a great opportunity to find handcrafted gifts for the holiday season.
Anybody who is interested in looking for unique gifts for Christmas, handmade things made in the Marianas, things that are not shipped in or, you know, just mass-produced kind of things, we're not looking for that. These are unique, special gift items that are people put a lot of time and effort in to show that their creativity and their art and their culture.
Friday, all day, bazaar at the Multipurpose Center in Susupe.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 10% chance of showers and a low of around 79 degrees. Tomorrow, Thursday, only a 20% chance of isolated showers, increasing to a possible 30% in the evening. A lovely breeze is expected, making the day even more delightful. Temperatures ranging from 79 to 87 degrees. The sun has set at 5:48 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow at 6:33 a.m., just in time for the bugler from the Air Force Brass Quintet to blow reveille for sleeping troops somewhere in the world. Our buglers, the roosters of the CNMI, will signal the sun's rise with their off-key cacophony of joy, making us either laugh or cuss, depending on the dreams left behind. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
That's news, sports, and art. Thank you for joining us.
And we'll be back again on Friday night.